Good evening, everyone. Welcome. My name is Conrad Ding. I have the honor of serving as the Senior Associate Dean of the School of Pharmacy at the University of New England. It is my privilege to welcome all of you here to the 2025 White Coat Ceremony. For nearly 30 years, schools of pharmacy have conducted this ceremony as a rite of passage to induct new students into the pharmacy profession. It is a symbol of excellence, professionalism, and collegiality that we expect of pharmacy professionals. Moreover, it is a demonstration of our confidence at UNE that each and every one of you here have what it takes to succeed and graduate to be pharmacists that we can all be proud of. To the families and guests who are here today, thank you. Thank you for your support that you have provided that has allowed this first-year pharmacy students to achieve the benchmark necessary to enroll in this rigorous program. We appreciate your sacrifices, your dedication, and your commitment to their success. To the students here, you are here today because you have earned it. The white coat that you're about to don on this tonight signifies the unique responsibilities of the pharmacist as a healthcare provider. It represents professionalism, ethical and honorable behavior, as well as competency, empathy, and a focus on patient care. It is my hope that you will learn and demonstrate all these values during your time here with us and throughout your career. I look forward to seeing you grow and prosper from here as a first-year pharmacy student to your fourth-year rotation during APPEs, and finally as future pharmacists of the nation. It is also my hope that you will be enriched throughout your time with us. And certainly, I look forward to be enriched by you and your presence and contribution to the School of Pharmacy here. School of Pharmacy faculty, administrators, and staff, you are all an integral part of the student's journey to become successful, competent, empathetic, and caring healthcare providers and good citizens of their communities. We appreciate your mentorship, your guidance as these young men and women spend the next 4 years with us at the school. So faculty, administrators, and staff, would you please stand? I would like to introduce and acknowledge the faculty and staff of the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Administration, the Department of Pharmacy Practice, and the Office of Experiential Education. Thank you. And of course, special thanks goes out to Amber Pingree, Office Manager of the School of Pharmacy, and our student ambassadors who are in their white coat right now. We have Sarah Ray, Madeline Marston, Erin Smith, Katie Butlino, and Lily Bennett, who have helped us put this event together. Again, please give them a round of applause. Next, I would like to invite Dean Bernice Mills, Associate Dean of Student and Clinical Affairs in the Westbrook College of Health Sciences, to come up and say a few words and also introduce our keynote speaker.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Dean's Office of the Westbrook College of Health Professions, I want to thank you for inviting me to your white coat ceremony. Dean John Vitale is the Dean of the Westbrook College of Health Professions, and he's very sorry that he was unable to make this celebration, and he sends his best wishes. It's my honor to be here today to congratulate you on your achievement. Receiving your white coat is a culmination of hard work, years of hard work, and determination. I'm sure that as you're sitting here this evening, you're thinking back to when you were a pre-pharmacy student, or maybe even before that, when you made the decision that you wanted to be a pharmacist. You knew that you had a long road ahead of you, and here you are. As Dean Ding said, it's so important for us to remember those that have had a role in your success today. Your faculty and your professional staff in the School of Pharmacy have supported you, they've offered you guidance, and they've provided you with the expertise and the knowledge needed to meet the rigorous educational standards required to get your white coat. We also want to acknowledge the profound significance of your family and your support system. Their belief in you and their unwavering support and encouragement have helped you overcome many obstacles that you might not have if it hadn't been for them. And I'm sure that there were more than one phone call that you made to them about how hard this has been, and if you weren't sure that you were going to make it, and then you hung up, they were worried, ready to get in the car, drive to Portland, Maine, and you were doing okay. So I think they deserve a round of applause as well. The white coat that you received today signifies not only your accomplishments, but also the potential for positive change that you carry with you. As you wear your white coat, recognize the privilege and the responsibility that comes with it, and always strive for excellence, show empathy toward your patients, and uphold the highest ethical standards. Although today is a day of celebration, we also recognize that this is just a step in the continued process of reaching your goal. The road ahead may be challenging, filled with countless rigorous studies, clinical experiences, boundless opportunities for personal and professional growth. Take advantage of this time. Learn from everyone that you will be working with. To the students, on behalf of the Dean's Office and the entire Westbrook College of Health Professions community, we congratulate each and every one of you and your families on reaching this defining moment. I'm honored to be able to share this proud moment with you. Congratulations. And now I would like to introduce our keynote speaker. Our keynote speaker is a dedicated leader in community pharmacy with more than 30 years of experience advancing patient care and accessibility. He holds degrees in pharmacy from the University of Rhode Island and in education from the University of Maine at Farmington. Throughout his career, he has been recognized for combining professional excellence with a deep commitment to his community, championing the vital role pharmacists play as educators, advocates, and trusted healthcare partners. His work continues to inspire the next generation of pharmacy professionals to lead with integrity, curiosity, and compassion. Please join me in welcoming Steve Mackey, pharmacist and owner of Spruce Mountain Pharmacy.
Before you take the oath of a pharmacist, I need the pharmacy students to do one thing. Take out your phones. You didn't bring your phones? Yes. Congratulations, you've already passed your first step to getting your white coat. I want to remind you, as a pharmacist, this is a tool. This cannot replace you. This should not replace you. This can never replace you. You are the pharmacist. You are the drug expert. This is just your tool. I'll put my soapbox away now. Good evening. Thank you for inviting me to speak with you today at this milestone of your pharmacy education and your commitment to the profession of pharmacy. The White Coat Ceremony is the official start of your professional development years here at the College of Pharmacy. The next 4 years are not going to be easy, trust me. It will be full of highs, lows, laughter, frustration, tears, smiles, and every other emotion you can imagine. But let's not get stressed out about that right now. That's going to happen in the future. You're here right now. Congratulations. Enjoy the moment. I'm going to let you into a little known secret of the profession. Your white coat is now your cape, and you are going to have extraordinary powers. The next 4 years are going to help you harness these powers. In the next 4 years, you're going to need a lot of courage to get through the educational program here at the University of New England. You're going to need courage to study hard material. You're going to need courage to ask for help. You're going to need the courage to say, I don't know, and that's okay. But then go find the answer. Courage to spend as many Friday nights as needed in the library because it is necessary to learn what you need to know to be a pharmacist. Courage to pick yourself up off the ground after getting the lowest test score ever recorded in your pharmacokinetics test. Knowing that every ounce of your being, you've got nothing left in the tank. Courage not to drop out of pharmacy school and enroll in a truck driving school. Courage to show up every single day and work hard. My favorite quote from my fictional hockey player called Shorzy, go till you can't go no more. How are you going to handle the challenges during these next 4 years of pharmacy school will help define you and make you the best pharmacist you can be. That's how you will survive and succeed the next 4 years. Let me tell you about a story about my third year as a pharmacy school student at University of Rhode Island, our first professional year. Back then it was only a 5-year program. I had Therapeutics 1, Physical Pharmacy with the Compounding Lab, Pharmacology 1, Business Admin, Med Chem 1, you get the picture. It's not a pretty semester load. I remember sitting in my Med Chem class with Dr. Abushanab, who told us, don't memorize structures. I'll give you all the structures on the exam. You need to know concepts, and that's all you need to know. I give you all the structures. I took him literally. He's going to give me all the structures. I just need to know how to put things together and work from there. Sit down into that first exam. From the structures sheet, please select structure corresponding to the following description. Flip to the back page of the test. Yep, structures A to W, all listed out in random order. Guess who was in trouble? Question 2, after the product of question 1, N-demethylate it. And what do you have for a product off of the structure sheet? You see where this is starting to go, don't you? Mm-hmm. So it was not a pretty exam. Crashed and burned. It was not my finest academic moment. Dr. Abushanab was kind enough to give me a 34 on that test, with a nice little note saying, please see me during office hours. I trudged into his office, and the first words out of his mouth were, oh, Mr. Mackey, you're not a very good student, are you? Perhaps being a pharmacist is not a good career choice. Talk about hitting me in the heart when it was already down in the gutter. First time in my life I've ever raised my voice to a professor, and I've never done it since, and I don't encourage it as a practice. I looked right at Dr. Abushanab and said, if you were a better teacher and not a professor of knowledge, I would not have to learn this on my own. I took the test, walked out, said, I will be ready for test number 2. Guess who studied every moment from that time to learn structures for test number 2? This guy. I walked to the doors of Independence Hall at the University of Rhode Island, sat down, took the test, and was out the door in 15 minutes. On my way down to turn in my test, one of his TAs came up to me and said, I'll take that. I said, no, I want to give it to Dr. Abushanab myself. Walked right up on stage where he sat, looking at his papers, handed it to him with a grin, and he said, oh, Mr. Mackey, you sure you want to turn this in? You didn't do very well on that first test. I looked at him, smiled. I said, I think I did all right, and walked out. 95. My comeback was on. Going into Thanksgiving break that year, I was at 2 C's, 3 D's, and an F. Med-Chem for those of you keeping score at home. I was in over my head, and yes, I did want to quit. That's when one of my heroes in my inner circle stepped up to me and said that was not an option. I needed to get my you-know-what together, get my head out of my you-know-what, and get forward and get working. My Nana Mackie basically told me, stop being ordinary and go being extraordinary. Stop letting others influence how you are going to act and behave, study, and learn. She had the ability to cut through my excuses and bad attitude and got my head screwed back on straight. I returned to URI with a new attitude and focus. In the comeback that started on Test 2 in Med-Chem with the 95, I ended up the semester with 3 B's and 2 C's. My pharmacy school career was back on solid ground, until Therapeutics 3, but that's another story for another day. So the point to my story, well, actually I've got a couple, bear with me. Never underestimate the power you have to influence someone else. Never underestimate the power of someone else to influence you. And never let an opportunity to find something motivate you slip through your hands. By my nature, I'm an eternal optimist. I look at people and see their potential, not their shortcomings. I look at the world around me, not as it is, but how it could be, and how can I make it better. I had some negative people draining my optimism from me in that 3rd year of pharmacy school. They were good people, don't get me wrong, but they were taking the life force out of me. And they were putting me in a bad headspace as a pharmacy student. I wanted to achieve the goals of becoming a pharmacist, and that's what I wanted to do. So be careful who you let inside your circle of influence. As I just said, never let an opportunity to find something motivate you slip through my hands. Dr. Bouchenab's words influenced me, motivated me, and gave me the drive to get through pharmacy school. While at URI, I also had another spark of owning my own pharmacy, sitting in Independence Hall again. I think I should write URI a letter and say, they might want to rename it after me. Maybe not. I'm sure if I donated enough money. Dr. Taubin was my professor of business administration and was discussing the vision of future for the retail pharmacy world. It included, and yes, he said these words, the extinction of the independent community pharmacy. Yep, extinction. Well, there's a reality check, because everything I have done up to this point was community pharmacy. My mentors, my role models were all community pharmacists. That was another wake-up call for me. Just as a sidebar, it's really cool when you walk into McDonald's or a local coffee shop in the community that I work in. We're a small community up in the Western Mountains from here. And I see a little old lady elbow her partner next to her and says, "That's Steve. He's the pharmacist at Spruce Mountain Pharmacy. That's where I get my medication filled." Your cape shows a little bit when that happens. So now, after listening to Dr. Taubman's words, I was on another mission. I wanted to be a community pharmacist. I wanted to own and run my own independent community pharmacy. I'd love to sit back down with Dr. Taubman now, talking about the rise of the PBMs and the big chain pharmacies and mail order pharmacy and all the things that are currently going on. He was right about a lot of things, except for the independent pharmacy. I choose to look at pharmacy in the world that I can control, though. There's a lot of things going sideways, there's a lot of issues and problems, but I choose not to dwell on those. I choose to focus on what can I do to make pharmacy better? What can I do to make community pharmacy better? And that's where I choose to put my focus, my energy, and that's where my belief is. Flash forward 10 years into my pharmacy career, I had gotten very comfortable working for a chain retail grocery chain in New England. I was living a dream, or so I thought. The smoldering thought that started at Independence Hall during pharmacy administration was starting to grow a little bit bigger. The conversations were getting a little bit louder in my head. That's when my wife, who is very much in my inner circle of influence, and the reason why I am here today, thanks to her love, support, and dedication, and the occasional kick in the backside, she made an observation followed by a profound statement. If you don't get moving on this independent pharmacy job, it's going to pass you by. And I'm not going to listen to you whine, "Oh, I wish I had opened my own." Oh, just go do it. Enough said. That's what I needed. So the gears started turning from the expertise I had in running a pharmacy and 10 years of pharmacy experience. I understood workflow. I understood what it takes to build a quality pharmacy team. I understood what it would take to make independent pharmacy a strong, vibrant part of our community. My spark from business administration back at URI turned into a fire that was no longer going to be contained. It was time for me to take the leap. Spruce Mountain Pharmacy was my brainstorm while I was back in class in 1994. Wow, you say it like that. Sounds like a long time ago. I didn't have a name. I didn't have a location. I didn't have a design. I didn't have a business loan, no business plan, P&L sheet, inventory, or any employees. 2008, I left my corporate job and got ready to open my own. And in 2009, we opened the doors to Spruce Mountain Pharmacy in Jay. I had no idea that the pandemic was going to hit us in 2020. I had no idea I would be blessed to build and work with an extraordinary pharmacy team who are enthusiastic ambassadors of Spruce Mountain Pharmacy's brand. So thank you to Gina and Julia, Steve, Kyla, Carla, Brenda, Heather, and Kelsey for joining me on this fantastic journey. So how do you take this journey? You get out your cape and take a step, followed by another step, and repeat. One moment in time has the ability to change everything. So why do I think your white coat is now a cape with superpowers? I used to think heroes were ordinary people who did extraordinary things. A few months ago, I had the privilege of listening to a motivational speaker by the name of Kevin Brown, and he changed my mind. Kevin challenged me to think about heroes as extraordinary people who refuse to be ordinary. We've tossed around the term hero a lot since COVID-19. I do not consider myself to be a hero by any stretch of the imagination. I got up every day and I went to work, not because I had to, but because I wanted to. This was my job as a pharmacist. I was blessed with the ability to be in the right place at the right time. I had a duty to my staff and to my community, whose members were worried and scared to be in the pharmacy and have it opened. I went to work and I did my job. I remember Kevin saying about the hero effect is showing up every day to do the extraordinary. Helping people with no strings attached, and to serve people in extraordinary ways. To take 100% ownership of your actions, attitude, and results every single day. No excuses, be focused on the best possible outcomes. And that's what I did. That's what I expect out of you every time you put on your white coat and go out to learn, to teach, and to be members of the pharmacy profession. Be extraordinary. We need you to be a hero. Go be the best pharmacist, technician, intern, student, professor, teacher, leader every single day. Do not accept ordinary as your benchmark. I'd like to take a moment to talk to the professors in the audience. Over the next 4 years, give these students your very best. Just as you do not want your students to accept ordinary as their benchmark, you need to be their hero as they go through this program. They are counting on your best efforts to give them the tools they need to be successful in their career. When your students graduate from the University of New England in 4 years, who are they going to look back on to say thank you for being my hero? As I look back upon my academic career, I see Dr. Panzica, Dr. Cho, Dr. Campbell, Dr. Larrett, Dean Luzzi, and Assistant Dean Lozier, and yes, Dr. Abushanab, who influenced me and shaped me into the pharmacist I am today. They pushed me not to accept ordinary, but to be extraordinary. Assistant Dean Vars took a chance on a transfer student from the University of Maine at Farmington and enrolled me in the College of Pharmacy at URI. One moment in time has the ability to change everything. That one interview in Fogarty Hall in the summer of 1992 changed my life, and here I am today, in front of you, speaking to the future of the profession of pharmacy. I truly believe God sends people into our lives for a purpose. Through my short time listening to Kevin and then reading his book, The Hero Effect, I have been blessed with the spark that took my life in a different path, both personally and professionally. I'm excited to share that spark with you here today. I truly am honored and appreciate the opportunity to be with you, and I hope you have gained some inspiration, excitement, and/or encouragement to take with you moving forward. I will leave you with a few thoughts from my friend Jay Phipps, the original pharmacy gladiator. Be passionate, Be relentless and never forget your purpose. As you go through these next 4 years, don't be afraid to be unforgettable. Every time you put your cape on, when you're doing your IPPEs, your APPEs, your summer job, your residency, and your first job as a professional pharmacist, let the people around you see your work ethic. Let them see your job performance, and they go, bingo. Of course they're a UNE student. Of course they're a UNE graduate. Represent the profession. You are the future. Thank you for your time and allowing me to be part of your white coat ceremony today. Your white coat is now your superhero cape. Wear your cape and go forward and be a hero.
Thank you, Mr. Mackey, for the inspirational superhero speech. With great power comes great responsibilities. Okay, we now come to the heart of today's ceremony. I would like to invite Dr. Ravi Bumar, Associate Clinical Professor of Pharmacology and this year's class advisor, and Dr. Carrie Martin, Assistant Clinical Professor of Pharmacy and Director of Experiential Education, to please step forward for the presentation of the students and the white coats. Students, as I call your name, please come on stage to don your white coat from Drs. Bumar and Martin. A reminder, you have a photographer here, and please make sure to stop, enjoy the moment, and pose for your photography. Okay. Emily Adams. Emily Ellen. Kayla Barnes. Duncan Beal. Madison Blaze. Kiara Carney. Olivia Chadwick. Ava Coates. Caroline Curtin. Elizabeth Donahue. Brady Doucette. Bridget Fairs. Alex Frizzell. Walid Omar Hadaidi. Josephine James. Tyler LaFive. Sabri Lomomi. Emma McFarlane. Alana Nataluk. Pujan Patel. Abdurrahman Ratib. Catherine Reed. Gabrielle Samuels. Paige Simmons. Logan Tardif. Alexis Walensky. Taryn Warnick. We'll give her time to get back to her seats. Everyone, we're pleased to present to you the future pharmacists from UNE School of Pharmacy, class of 2029. Yay! Next, I would like to invite faculty member Dr. Ravi Kumar to lead the Pledge of Professionalism.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this white coat ceremony, and it's an honor and privilege to welcome you all. May I request the P1 students to stand up to take the Pledge of Professionalism? So you have this pledge written in that booklet, and also it gets displayed over there. Please recite the Pledge of Professionalism along with me. As a student of pharmacy, I believe there is a need to build and reinforce a professional identity found on integrity, ethical behavior, and honor. This development, a vital process in my education, will help true to the professional relationship I establish between myself and society as I become a member of pharmacy. Integrity will be an essential part of my everyday life, and I will pursue all academic and professional endeavors with honesty and commitment to service. To accomplish this goal as a student of pharmacy, I will develop a sense of loyalty and duty to the profession by contributing to the well-being of others and by enthusiastically accepting the responsibility, accountability for membership in the profession. Foster professional competency through lifelong learning. I'll strive for high ideals, teamwork, and unity within the profession in order to provide optimal patient care. Support my colleagues by actively encouraging personal commitment to the oath of a pharmacist and code of ethics of pharmacists profession. Dedicate my life and practice to excellence. This will require an ongoing reassessment of professional and professional values. Maintain the highest ideals and professional attributes to ensure and facilitate the conventional relationship required of the pharmaceutical caregiver. The profession of pharmacy is one that demands adherence to a set of ethical standards. These high ideals are necessary to ensure the quality of care extended to the patients I serve. Rather, it begins with my membership in this professional college community. Therefore, I'll strive to uphold these standards as I advance towards full membership in the profession of pharmacy. I voluntarily make this pledge of professionalism. Thank you.
And with that, this concludes the evening white coat ceremony. We intentionally scheduled this event to coincide with National Pharmacy Week, which is this week, so I would like to wish all pharmacists, near and far, a wonderful pharmacy week. I would like to also thank all of you for attending today's event and helping us celebrate this time-honored tradition. It is always a special moment for faculty, staff to officially welcome a new class of pharmacy students in this white coat ceremony. I wish you, class of 2029, the best of luck. And students' family, please join us for a reception next door. And you're welcome to come up on stage later and take pictures. For the students, please hang around. We're just going to do a group picture, okay? Thank you very much for coming, and good night.